Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Hex Futures, where since the early days of Hex, I have been reporting on it and giving you a first-hand perspective. So welcome. I'm Eco Builder. You can find me on Twitter and ask me to send you some business cards. I will gladly do that. Recently, I sent 4 envelopes, just plenty of cards out to Nebraska. One of the guys says that there's a great opportunity coming up in a few weeks, and that he'd like to distribute some stuff. And Nebraska is one of those states where you don't get very many opportunities to send to folks in Nebraska. We don't have too many Hexicans over there, Pulsicans. So it was my pleasure to send some stuff out that way. And by the looks of my post on Twitter, getting a lot of likes compared to what shadow banning and other crap that I've been up against in the last 6 months, it seems as though there's the turning of the markets has made it to where people are more active and more fun. Yay. So I'm going to just talk about a few things because I felt the energy in the air. Are you guys feeling it as well? Let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Pass this around if you like it. Let me know if you like it. The algorithm is working. So let's see. Number one to talk about could be how Trump continues to do things and shake up the world. And it's very, very interesting. BTC had made its golden cross recently and had just the other day passed $100,000 worth. Ethereum went past $2,000 yesterday, up 15% in one day. That is Ethereum. Recently, Kanye West, goes by Ye, released a new audio, a new song that talks about his experiences and is very blunt about it. And it further goes in this whole cultural revolution, this whole thing that we're all going through to wake up, ask questions, what's going on. Kanye's song does relate to the financial freedom that we have all been wanting. And so that's why I think that fits in there. And then it's also a part of the time because, as Duraj pointed out last time he had a Hex Asian stream, that we were going through Mercury retrograde. And I watched a little bit of the beginning of that stream whenever he talked about that. And then I had something else to do. So I left it, and it didn't tune into me until later that, oh my gosh, we are going through Mercury retrograde. I had 2 full days of inside my head battling negative thoughts. I didn't feel negative in my body, but I felt as though like these negative thoughts just kept on coming up. So hopefully it was good for me cleaning out those things, because dealing with people on the internet and being so open to interact with folks, you definitely become a sponge or a target of all these things that are going on. And actually, I've actually liked the quietness, not having to think about solving other people's problems. Hopefully, crypto is going to solve everyone's problems. Hopefully, your problems can be melted down to your bank account looking great, and then you'll be able to focus on other things in your life that are bothering you. But a thought that has come across lately is, and I haven't tweeted this out, but I've thought about it. I wonder who is going to be broke in 2030. I wonder who is going to spoil all of this bull run and then be waiting, 2027 for 2030 to come around again, because they faltered, they fumbled, went straight through their fingertips. So I don't know, maybe you guys want to throw some shots at somebody and comment their name below. Let's see. So Richard came back and did a video, and he did a recorded video. And whenever he tweeted and said, "Hey, should I record a video?" there were tons of people who were like, "Bitch, go live. You work for me." There were all sorts of criticisms on that post. And then, whenever it is that he does a video talking about him beating the SEC and how the SEC is basically finalized now, then somebody brings up the Interpol stuff. Oh yeah, what about the Interpol? And then people are still complaining about him not going live. And what else are they complaining about? The prices have gone up like 20% since him going live. At least 20%. Okay, so during Richard's, the reason why I bring that up is because the criticism never ends. Back whenever it was that people were saying, "Hey, Richard, you need to go live. You need to quit hiding. You need to quit being a bitch." My comment to those people were, what do you expect him to do? What do you expect to happen? And I guess it was they just wanted the oomph in their bags, but you damn well know that people are going to clip Richard in that video and do everything they possibly can. And that's also what happened. Is they take his face and they spin it in whatever way that they can. So Richard, you did a really good job of making it to where you were wearing all black. You were wearing black. You saw about as much as I'm showing right here, and it's just a black background, and he's just talking to the screen. And really, I don't think I wasn't able to critique it. I had nothing bad to say about it. Which then brings the next point. Richard in that video said marketing either 3 or 4 times, and he introduced it as, "I keep telling you guys this, but for some reason it just doesn't get through." Marketing is what needs to be done. Marketing is key. And he elaborated a little bit. So if you guys haven't watched the video, please do. I think I've watched it 2.5 times now, because I was doing a little bit of workout at the same time. Sorry guys, I don't have a shirt on right now. I'm literally cleaning the house and decided, well, while I have the energy, I'll just go ahead and do this. Speaking of working out, I wanted to introduce the idea of those elastic bands, where there's like a hook on one side, elastic band, the color coordinates with the weight measurement of resistance. So resistance bands maybe is what you call them. And then a handle on the other side that's got like fabric, nylon going through the handle and back around. Those things are awesome. I heard about them being awesome, and I finally gave them a chance, and I really like it. So Academy Sports and Outdoors, just the simplest sports place you could go to and get your hand on a band. And also, I was thinking that I was gonna be doing some flies and stuff with it, but I've incorporated a little bit of that. But really, I found that just one band and working one arm at a time is enough to get you in the motion. And then after that, just feel it out. Like all athletics, just feel it out, feel how well your body can adapt to everything. Like riding a bike, throwing a football. Okay, so marketing. More people on Twitter talking about marketing. And they're also talking about not just digital marketing, but actually on boots on the ground marketing and getting into places where there are folks and conversations to be had. And that's, I wasn't going to mention Maddie, but that's what Maddie is talking about doing over here in Texas, is going and inserting himself into all different places. Speaking of Maddie, I have no idea how well or bad that P dye thing that he was working on or got a lot of donations for. Actually, sorry, he got a lot of people to sacrifice. He didn't actually get the funds, but I don't know how well that's done. And whenever it is that you go to GoPulse.com right now, and you scroll down to the bottom and you look at P dye and the price and stuff, the price chart that shows up on that P dye is a very short price chart. So I feel like there's a whole new P dye that's created after the P dye debacle, and it just on and on and on. Everybody's got a P dye, and that's very concerning. Yeah. I don't know the analogy to bring up right now, but just beware, guys. There's still people talking about P dye and saying that it is the greatest narrative. Yeah, it's a great narrative, but if there's 20 of these tickers, it's just a trick. It's an absolute trick. Don't waste your time on it. Okay. So recently we talked about the pulsechain.com facelift and how it looks a little bit better than gopulse.com and in the same layout order. And that was all done at the same time that GoPulse was creating a sacrifice for a coin that they were creating. And Richard was basically responding negatively. It seems as though, without directly saying it. So just keep that in mind. The people that are behind GoPulse and Richard's standings. Speaking about people, boots on the ground and stuff, I ran into a guy the other day. He's an acquaintance with my father, and me and my dad were having breakfast, and this guy passed by. My dad introduced me, and he said, "What do you do?" I said, "Architecture and crypto." He said, "Oh, I'm into Bitcoin. I go to the meetups," and I was like, "Oh, well, you could check out these other sources for more meetups." He gave me his business card, told me to call him. So what did I do? I texted him a link to Richard's video about beating the SEC. It's only an hour long. Maybe you'd like it. I mean, he said that his favorite influencer is Michael Saylor. So I figured he might like that video, and then also the timing of the whole thing. Like, the energy is in the air, guys. Possibly this is another 2017 right now. Possibly through the summer, all this crypto is going to creep up. And then when's it going to top off? I have no idea. You guys let me know. Let's see. I guess the last note I have is that Richard has been watching us this whole time. And he's going to be making moves and, continuing whatever it is that he has planned, right? But he knows a little bit more of who we are. Keep that in mind if you think you're a bro. All right. I think that's it. There was this cool video that was posted on Twitter recently, and I took a clip of it and put it as the outro. I hope y'all enjoy it. And this is Eco Builder out.